A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
What is implied here? That you're a drunk?
I'm
She
sober.
hasn't actually said it
so...
to every drunk in town. It was spoken in jest.
Of course you're not. It was only a joke.
I don't care. You offended me.
I'm glad to see you here.
She is unfazed by your rudeness, probably chalking it up to local custom.
Good.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode.
I was an alcoholic.
Very unusual.
Now I'm not.
But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. This is a tactic.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines Group.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
Uh-huh.
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41.
He looks at you expectantly.
Uh-oh.
Then it dawns on him.
Uh-oh.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
I was an alcoholic. No, I'm
Awkwardness
not.
washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Look, see? Saying exactly what I want him to.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please. Oh, dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia.
I don't know what that means.
I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Kim, give me your gun.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
What? Crazy. Somebody's profiting from trade?
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge, though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
I'm just gonna have this conversation right in front of her. I don't give a fuck.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would.
What?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, not volunteer us to be her henchmen. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an
She
adept
stole it.
improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
After shooting a child, we went to corruption.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months. No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union,
I am.
or that we are on their take. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching. I'm sure you will, Detective.
You there, wench.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
You're on a boat.
Why, yes, I am.
Do you have a license for
Officer,
this boat?
I assure you, I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna need to see that license, ma'am, or I'm gonna have to give you a ticket. Again, did you see somebody on Twitter said something like, oh, there's only one good ideology and it's clearly like Kimism or something? And then a quote tweeted, I'm like, I don't know, yesterday he let me take his gun and shoot a kid.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Oh yeah, like the bald kid from China.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Canema motor carriage either.
Actually,
either.
that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
I'm trying.
Before you do, it would be pertinent to ask other questions. Gather more info on this boat of hers.
The boat? No. It is called Coeur d'Elaty 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
Kim, you can turn to Kim and you tell him, it's like, Kim, so you're anti-corruption, but you're pro-shooting kids? And he's like, no, I'm pro-shooting homeless people. I'm a cop after all.
The word "it" feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name.
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
Oh, so you raced in the past?
Okay. How about Coeur d'Elaty 19? Why? Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Coeur d'Elaty, and its hull is 19 paces long. Why Dolores? Well, it means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with the factory name. But thank you for the suggestion.
Okay, Dolores.
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
Eels don't have hips, ma'am.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Listen, Kim, you should be investigating somebody who shot a child lately. You know, did you hear about that? The child shooting? Should figure out what gun was used there and who has it, huh?
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Oh my, the E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
She's rich, so she's gotta respond to racism, right? If I like imply that like she's like, you know, working with like, I don't know, what are some of the what are some of the people in this game? I don't know. I just know they're all fictional.
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator.
Then what does that say? Does it say docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A? 33A? This old proletarian haunt here. As I said, plenty of people drive boats of all social strata.
All right, Daddy needs a new pair of boots.
She takes a sip.
Okay. Of course.
Nothing happens for quite a while. It doesn't.
My, it's as if there's a tiny spinner on the side of his head and he's reeling thoughts out.
Except he isn't.
The lieutenant is satisfied with where this is going.
Of course. Lieutenant, I truly don't understand what is happening here.
I told you his methods are unconventional.
Your marbles on glass, dear. Don't worry. Your marbles on glass, dear. It was quite a while ago, but I think, yes, we were discussing my fast, large, ineluctably middle-class boat.
Middle class boat.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it? Look at that lady. Take a gander. Why, yes, tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge
We're
and
going through
worry,
Vasha's nightmare. What is
wealth,
that
and all
supposed
its
to mean?
possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible.
Are you talking to me, BG?
Within reason. Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor, poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
I'm gonna come with the zinger anytime soon.
You think your little communism protects you from this feeling. No. The more demeaning it is to grovel at her feet. Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask. Everything, right up to, but not including, trade secrets. First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments that gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus. Why? By throwing off half a century of foreign domination under the Coalition. Unfortunately for you, the Coalition also leases you the right to police West Revachol.
My badge and my gun give me the right to police, actually, ma'am.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike. I believe the official title is Senior Labour Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
You mean after you killed that guy?
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
Listen. I'm like Michael Chiklis in The Shield.
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses
No, I mean the
to?
scabs.
If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the
This
interests
lady
of
is
the
like
workers
the
first.
least cringe so far, but God, is she the one that I do not want to talk to anymore, more than like any other person.
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood. He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar. Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
Wage theft? That's illegal.
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a, how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is... Of course, officer. There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Yeah, she's the lore dump. That's exactly why I don't want to talk to her.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Over aggressive copy posturing. Got to appeal to her wealth, you know. But does she already mentioned that the whole like, what are you, a commie? No, that was my brain that said the communist. She didn't say anything about commies. So I think definitely stick to like the more capitalist angle here.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker a member of the board.
I should have went with communism, demand democracy. God damn it.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines Group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Of course, my brain was giving me a hint. I should have just went with my instinct. Come on, I'm a great detective.
Just so you understand,
I'm the best.
this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again.
Well, you know, that's how commies are, right? Huh?
And now, people are getting lynched, I hear.
Uh-huh.
Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Yeah, you killed that guy.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates, the one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, call me mañana.
This checks out.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
You mean you kidnapped her?
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story. Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do.
Listen, I'm the
It was
detective.
a union matter.
I don't care what the company thinks.
The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, man. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help?
That's
Of
all for
course,
now. I'll come talk to you later when I have more patience to deal with a wasp. No, I haven't opened this yet. Oh my god. Hell yeah, now I can be a Confederate officer. I mean, I really should wait until I have, like, you know, some matching pants and stuff. The government structure. I have a murder to solve, okay? I'm not here to talk about the government. I'm trying to figure out how to get to the other side of wherever I'm trying to go. Do I have to equip the bag to pick the trash? There's a yard to the right, okay. I'm the Hobo King. Oh my god, give me the bottle. I need to be the hobo king. Oh, that's just regular trash. Can I go through this? Oh, I could have sworn I could. Oh, hail the hobo king.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Probably some kids.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear.
Oh, time to
Behind
go
the
charge
water lies
Kuno with a
coast
crime and arrest him and
studded with
execute him.
concrete, and you know this to be the star of Periconesus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Periconesian church,
Uh-huh.
a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
Cleaning up the streets like a real responsible citizen. Oh. Oh man, I am the hobo king. Hey, kid I shot.
Can't believe you missed. We were so close, you and I. Fucking noodle fingers.
Well, now I'm closer.
Can't
Kim,
you
give
see
me
I'm
that gun.
immortal now? I'm never getting out. I'm in it for life now. I'm doing life with you pigs. Fucking sweaty pigs. Fucking fisher people. Fucking nacky.
You calling me a Nazi?
Come, we need to go now.
Marrow.
There must be another way into the building.
I can't
Jesus
get involved in
Christ,
this.
Kim, what the fuck was that?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
You there, fuckboy.
Not looking for any trouble, officer. Sorry, I don't have time for this. I just want to finish my cigarette and be gone.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
You mean the body you put there?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
No!
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
Pretty sure I didn't.
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look,
A downy blanket of white to cover up the miserable poverty of the scene.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over. It was my Sunday friend.
Okay, you got a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday friend too?
Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking beer. He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette.
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Oh my god. I'm gonna need to arrest you because of that name.
That's definitely not his real name.
Exactly. Look at Zapata right now. Oh my goodness. He is just a little corner boy.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
Ask him again.
And I really need to finish this cigarette.
But he hasn't left yet.
No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains? For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes.
Feline eyes, huh?
Compassion and a hint of understanding. There's snow gathering on his hair and on his shoulders, a speckle of white against the purple that hangs loose on his slender frame.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
But hold on, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
Can I change this to the fuck boy on the balcony?
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself. He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there. If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
You know, come to think of it, when I watch Vosh, there's a lot of times when he's like, chat, help me out. What is the thought I'm thinking right now? And then every time, and then chat is just trying their hardest, and he's like, no, chat, you're so stupid. You have to read my mind and somehow know what I'm trying to say. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to touch this rock.
A stone like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it. There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
Oh, this little slut.
This must be for the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them. We'll just have to go in and see.
Uh-huh. Kim, give me your gun. I bet you I can detect him if I just sniff around, you know? Hell yes. Now I can be as cool on the outside as I am on the inside. You there, wench.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Didn't we talk to this lady already? Somewhere?
Go ahead, then. What do you want to know, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
He is wanted for murder. He's going away for life.
Talk?
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28.
She
Go to
knows.
the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He should...
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the...
Yep. Bye. Upstairs. Up. She didn't open the door. Oh, I gotta have her open the door for me? Oh my god, bro. Kim, get out of the way so I can check this thing. Kim? Okay, we'll come back.
Give me a moment. Ask away, policeman. Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these
Check in the
halls.
tub? What tub?
With how small these rooms are, wouldn't you
Oh,
want
the
to
tub
break
in the
wall
abandoned
down?
place.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
You're lying.
They probably just moved or died, hopefully somewhere else.
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still,
Oh, this is that cringe girl.
she leaves an old lady to her
It's
business.
okay. I told her
More
that
than I
graffiti
can
was
say
cool,
for
and now
others.
she doesn't want to graffiti
She
now.
mumbles some kind of a response.
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Liar. You're the
If you
murderer.
can call it living. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
Okay.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
That's sad. Check your pockets? You can check pockets? I'm trying as hard as I can to check this bathtub. Nothing is going on here.
Ooh, the piggies have
God.
learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves.
You're about to learn how to
But
fall off a
Here
balcony.
you are. Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Red dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
My fuel tank, you mean?
She really did it. She's proud of it too.
You ain't seen nothing yet, Piggy Boo.
God, I was hoping again to make her be like, oh God, what I'm doing is cool to the cops. I can't do this anymore. Yuck. How many gigabytes? I don't know. I am so rich. Can I get in the door now? Okay, no. Okay.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says
Someone clearly high on cocaine.
that isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram
Cringe.
cradled in a wreath of antlers.
Cringe.
The iconography of communism, in
Cringe.
other words.
Okay, at least we evolved past hammer and sickle.
I'll keep my armistice handy, detective.
He doesn't actually reach for his gun. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure. Nothing at all yet. Right now, it's just meaningless shapes on a wall.
What did that old lady say?
Yes?
I don't want to talk to you, Kim. Now I can't get that thought back? God damn it. Fiji, why are you making that noise? Is his door out here? What door am I supposed to be looking for? I don't remember. She said 28. Quick save and reload. Okay.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him. Remember, tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
Isn't there? Like, I'm just still trying. I didn't even want to go in there. I'm trying to get to the fucking. This isn't a map. Kim, give me a map. How do I get to the fucking dock workers? It's got to be this way, right? Oh, okay. The library. Of course. Why wouldn't it be in the library? Hobo camp.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Pile of stuff right to the right of the crime scene leads up to the roofs. Storekeep, what board games do you have?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure. Or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography.
You mean nerds?
Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition.
Ugh.
It can get quite intense after a while.
You mean Monopoly?
Games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
I don't play with children, ma'am. I don't understand what you're insinuating.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family? Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Yes, kids, friends, chicks, I have all those, correct.
Then you're a lucky man, officer. Children are the greatest of treasures. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real. Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts.
That's so
That
funny.
they have rituals where they try to
There
summon
was like this
entities.
whole thing, like when D&D
Highly
was in the
immoral
80s,
stuff.
where it was like
You
the
can
height
still
of
buy them,
satanic
though.
panic. You done playing BG?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a Browbritter is a fun game of...
Who are you going to play board games with?
No, I meant to hit the
Then
fucking
don't.
money option.
Then you're a lucky... For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally...
Yes?
She's selling games. I mean, it's just like the ladies who have to lecture women who buy birth control or pick up their birth control. I have plenty of money. Listen, money is fake. I have all the money in the world. I'll give her acorns, and if she doesn't like that, I'll take Kim's gun.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names.
I would say...
Yeah, I would say.
The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power. A very influential historical figure, but surely I don't have to tell you that.
You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
Oh, yeah, Pope Innocent, you know, the most corrupt pope. That's what we're talking about, right?
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the Innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things. Perhaps for a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
Yeah. Finally, British people on stream. We've had, well, it wasn't a stream, but we've had the thing is that for some reason, like, connecting with Britain is, like, worse connection than connecting with Iraq. I don't understand what's going on with British internet, but the fact that we get better signal when we talk to people from Iraq is, like, telling.
Do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
Certainly, it's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
They left the EU and chewed the cables. Jack and I were talking about playing Civ, but he needs to buy it for the computer. Because I'm not about to play that shit on console. Besides, like there's certain mods on PC I think are, like, essential to play Civ, like the trade mod and shit. Hey, there's maps. Come on, you can do it, pal.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside.
Especially not
the
with my
alcove.
broken controller.
They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded.
So,
Your eye
like,
catches
once,
a map
because, like,
of
I got it.
Barcelona,
I got the
a
entire
map of
thing
Revachol,
for, like,
and
$5.
a map of Martinez.
Like, because, like, all the expansions and shit were on sale when I checked for it. So, like, once there's, like, a good sale on it, he's gonna buy it. Because, like, I can't play games where you actually, like, move around and need to, like, shoot people in the head.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the
I'm
center.
getting real
teeming with
frustrated
life
by all the,
forms
like, implied
and
French here.
construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East. Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
Yeah, well, most tourist traps don't.
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
I got my eye on you, man.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same.
Okay. I gotta go return some bottles. Hell yeah.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying
I'm
jingle.
rich!
You're a richer man now.
I have all the wealth in the world. Who's your least favorite kind of tourist? Come on, let's get racist. And then I go over here. Oh my god. Come on. Hey, now, is there something? Is there trash over here I'm supposed to be climbing on? What am I supposed to be doing now? I don't know.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
One day, Sydney will inspire me to make the most beautiful mural. Through the crime scene. Oh, that's right. You did say through the crime scene. You're right. You're right. Oh, hey, a thing I can touch. Hey, yeah, more random, useless trash. Okay, you don't have to go back in if you don't want to, buddy. No, you heard it. We got like a lake effect snow warning a few hours ago. Like when I was sleeping, it woke me up because my phone was like doing the like loud alert thing. There has been 0 snow. It did not happen. Woke me up for nothing. I'm rich.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets, easy on the eyes, rhythmic pattern, calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff.
Like, don't remember where I put my chinchilla's food. Here it is. Right where I left it. Here you go, buddy. Okay. You can ask Kuma about it and try again.
No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling. Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see.
Can I not touch that stuff over there? Do I have to go through there? Okay. Ugh. My favorite person.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah, the kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size.
Yeah?
Good price. 500 real.
You mean I can buy your clothes?
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that up there.
You need to stop
Now,
with
you
the
want
F-slurs,
performance gear
mister.
or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
Mm-hmm.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Coach Physical Instrument.
They will also make you into an idiot.
All right, Pico, shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's going to steal all your money, Kuno.
Listen, don't make me shoot you again, kid.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
The fuck?
Urban
A
wilderness.
mug in the trash. Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes, does this racist mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain.
Uh-huh.
You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Shut up. I'm talking to Jack.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator. Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting two and two together here.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Both of you need to stop with the F-slurs.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
The F slur should be the only censored slur. Because the only other slur that you should censor is just not appropriate even if it's censored in games.
Kit is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent.
Okay,
It
so
used to
made up
be a
slurs
common
are
first
totally
name
fine.
among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
This is how they get around that other slur I was just talking about. Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what I was implying. You got what you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
Kuno, I'm about to go tell the big man who crushed my skull that you're a racist. And he's going to come down here and beat you up.
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
I know, Jack.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind? Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind, lazy dinks.
There it is. That strange feeling again. As if there was more than meets the eye about that pile of roofing material.
If I ask him if they're left-handed, he's either going to say, why the fuck would I care? Or he's not going to know what left is.
The fuck are you talking about? Kuno doesn't know what handed gimps they were.
Trying to get you to talk gimp, Kuno. Don't talk.
Inner eye. Fuck are you talking about? Ask me a normal question, pig.
They're trying to make you feel stupid, Kuno.
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack.
That's just some shit.
There it is. We are way beyond normal already. We are in the star chamber.
Okay. I think I'm going to tell Kim about my star chamber.
Huh? I have no idea what you just said.
Are you having a seizure in Kuno's yard now? The fucking well. The fuck are you talking about? Ask me a normal question, pig.
They're trying to make you feel stupid, Kuno.
He is.
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Uh-huh.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Oh, man.
Because
Hell
there's a
yes.
secret door hidden behind the panels of
I'm the
Eternite.
best.
That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Ow, my foot!
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
All right, get your gun.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
My favorite.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
No, I'm just a regular detective, thank you very much. Of course, detective. Swift justice. Don't worry, we don't have to investigate every trace of narcotics.
Yeah, swift, lightning justice. Faster, harder, just.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor. No?
Yeah, Kim,
The
you
secret path
you
we
check
look at
out the
continues.
ladder. I'm going to investigate some more stuff here. Gross. I'm rich. My poor little chinchilla. Oh, thank God. I can autopath if I find an object. That would have been so awful to walk up there with how... Oh, but now I can't get any further, huh? Oh, I can. These are stairs. Haha.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
It's nothing. He just is making noise because he smells the other one.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Oh, man.
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide? The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time.
Yes, that's one way of putting it.
Underpants
It's
jumps are
certainly an
superior.
impressive achievement of engineering. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
All right, I'm coming, Chinchilla.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
That's not much better. Let's go. Underpants jump.
Nope, no, that's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast, you're a boxer, and you've climbed way too high up here.
Sure. Just be careful, okay? Looks like you almost strained a muscle there. I was under the assumption we could ask the leader of this union to help us get this body down. This is why we're here. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again.
Took all my clothes off for nothing. These pants are way better, right? Well, I need a hat, you know. Completes the look. You know, now we see those gloves, that crowbar, the tie, I think, is the real wild card. But I think these ones really pull the outfit together, even though I guess. Oh no, wait. They both give me electrochemistry, or one doesn't. One gives me lower electrochemistry. What the fuck? I can't even remember words, bro. They both give it to me. All right, then I'm taking these ones because they're the bee's knees.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into.
Yeah.
Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture.
Rate is fit. I mean, I certainly wouldn't talk to him.
By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in Sur clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
Check out this loaf. Get him up there. Just full loaf, ears deployed in nap mode. You can't even see him because he's pretending to be a rock. Are you a boulder? Are you a boulder? Hell yeah, I'm rich. Hell yeah. What's this? Lottery scratchers? Well, he's actually relaxed and unmoisturized because they hate water. They can't get any moisture on him whatsoever. What's funny is like he'll run around like trying to attack Zapata, and he'll run by the water bottle and hit the ball bearing on it and get water on him, and he'll start being mad at the water bottle because it dripped on him, and it's like, you caused this on yourself, buddy. Can I even get over here? Can I... Kim, you're blocking me. This little box looks out of place. He needs dust baths, though. He likes the dust. And to get there, you gotta jump. But I just tried to jump and it didn't. I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
Man. Now what do I do? I'm really like feeling at a dead end here at this point, man. Hell yeah, play in the dirt. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Kim, you're really fucking up my swag here. Do I have a skill point? Didn't it say this is what I need? But I'll get more of this if I just get naked, won't I? Because doesn't the clothing I have on take it down? Alright, here he goes. Autopathing his way there.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing.
Okay. Time to get naked again. This is what peak masculinity looks like. Alright. Now I'm going to be the jump master.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
Come on.
Nope, no. That's still... You feel something in your chest.
Good. I want to die so I
Unnatural
can do it
pressure.
again.
Very. All you feel... Cops...
Yeah, technically not a save scum. You're correct.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
Now, is it better if I go to miss the first jump, then level it to unlock it again and do it twice? I mean, or should I just, or do I have a second chance if I level it? I'm going for it.
Nope, no.
Sure. Just be careful, okay? Looks like...
Alright, this time it's definitely going to work. I need to get the rolls I was having
A
yesterday,
tarpaulin
not
cloak
yesterday,
is
but the
still
day before.
caught on the railing. No one has claimed it
It's
for
totally
their
going to
own.
work this time. Hell yeah!
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
Wait, I could have climbed down?
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Okay. Let's check these pockets. Anything? No? My badge isn't in this coat? That's the whole reason why I wanted to jump over here. I thought my badge would be in the coat. Oh my god. Where's my badge at? I'm rich. I'm the Hobo King. I'm the Hobo King. Come on, pick it up. Go ahead. Jesus Christ.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, Rene Arnaud. You need to rest. Your body is aching. Getting in here has taken something out of you. Have a seat. The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons. The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. You take the painkillers. They are yours now. Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to la opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal collapse.
Cool. I already have all of that, so I'm fine.
Maybe this was a bad idea. You stand and exit the booth.
If you must.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that? Of course you are. What murder investigation would be complete without an arbitrary photo collage?
Exactly. Now, see, Kim, you get it. Acting like you don't know. Fuck.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
Can I go down these steps? Doesn't look like it. Just trying to take a body down. How hard can that be?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off. The crane stands tall, proud, erect, and still. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Uh-huh. Okay. We did it. We done? We gonna advance? There we go.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled. Moving this container, of course. For this
What is my
it was
purpose?
built.
To pass
For
butter.
this purpose, it has acted, and now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Oh my god. This dude is the dude who gets the lots and lots of trains VHS tape. Call now, toll free. It's lots and lots of trains. Big trains, mini trains, slow trains, fast trains. Hear the whistle. Feel the steam. Hell yeah, I'm rich.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container. We are not here to interact with containers.
Okay.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. No reply.
I mean, what if this passes?
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because what wasn't an option? Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Close. I don't know. I don't know how you can tell. Oh my god, I'm going away from the direction I want to go in. I just want help taking down a body. Hey, this guy might be able to help.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red.
Okay, this is my favorite character.
Container, put the logos on.
12 is always a pass. You got an 11. Oh, okay.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm going to join in.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
No, I wanted her to sing more.
Container.
The lyrics to the accent is
Container, Everard, Everard, Everard. He looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
the look in his deep blue eyes.
You there,
is
hobo!
as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Oh, you want Mr. Everard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys.
Why didn't they
Made
voice
Marginate
act
what
the
it is
cough in
today.
there?
Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mr. Everard is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Do you work here? What a dumb question to put on here.
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world.
Hey,
I was
whoa,
about 10
whoa.
then.
Can we not do
Too
the
old to lose
stereotype
my
about my
accent then.
people here? Okay? Listen, okay? It's a side effect of the colonialism.
People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with
I
sheep
know.
and other animals and
I know.
whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
I know.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Kim, on the other hand, weirdo. Think he wants to fuck boats or something. He has this VHS tape called Lots and Lots of Trains.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core.
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
I know.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months
Leo,
now.
you're working. You're painting all the containers. You're working. Don't you see you're being exploited, Leo? I get it. Okay. You know, they're employees. He's in servitude. Okay.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation for a week or so. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank
Now,
too much
Leo,
and
is
got
your
into a fight
servitude
or something.
temporary or for
I
life?
heard Mr. Everard telling him to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
You're never getting anything useful out of him. It's good enough you found out Everard has a
Listen,
brother called Edgar. and he
Brain.
helped Leo.
This is the first person since Kuno I've actually enjoyed talking to.
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm
Mhm.
Leonard, by
Do
the
you
way.
make a wage?
Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
Listen, Leroy.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away.
Mhm. Wages, though.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Hmm. Does she pay you?
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
Kim, I'm asking the questions
A
right
real
now.
pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus
fuck are you
sit down beside
talking
the
about?
radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay, but wages.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
And no, I want to tell him he's doing a good job.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are all right.
It's just because he's your people. What do you mean? A servant?
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
Good.
Bye-bye now.
Oh my god. What is this blob? Hey, blob.
Before
sitting on a
you is
beanbag?
walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
This guy definitely has some inappropriate stuff if any female employees are around. That's probably why there's no females working at the dock anymore, because of this guy right here.
With great effort,
They
he
say,
straightens
oh,
himself
how
up
come women
in
don't do
his
this
chair,
job?
yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Because this guy, he's asking all the dock girls to spank him.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
Actually, it's Mr. The Boys. You have to pronounce it. It's where I come from. That's how it's pronounced in the accent.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately, my
I don't
health
want to
prevents
touch your
me from
fucking
getting
hand,
up.
bro.
You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
Folding chair? Tiny? Bro, is on a
You go
beanbag.
ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this
Oh,
Dubois stuff?
it's my folding
You're
chair.
getting some seriously bad vibes from
Yeah,
it.
why are you calling Mr. Dubois when it's Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois,
The
let us
boys.
converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
You never sit down. You always want to stand because you want to flex authority over them.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level.
Mm-hmm.
Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
Okay, Kim, give me your gun.
You're no Titan affiliation, buddy. He's got you in a fork.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Yeah, well, of course. I'm in the backside violator man.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Hey, that's 25 real. That's good money. Think of all the stuff you could.
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
I respect a man with principles. Meanwhile, 10 seconds ago, I was picking up trash to do bottle returns.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun. When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, be very worried.
Are you all right, Harry? You seem anxious. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God, you're sweating.
Almost
Your
had it.
knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. You'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
It's the boy.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry! Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow. in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
That's me.
It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everett, I call you Harry.
Still sounds fable as fuck.
That's what the hanged corpse called you.
It does.
Harry.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
Listen, Everett, I'm going to need you to look at me with both of those eyes. You're only looking at me with one of them right now.
I think the odds of that are very low.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently, my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out with my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic. Yes, you seem to be, a lot of the time, but right now there's no reason to be. Let loose a little. Be you.
No, I have to repent for my sins, sir.
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man.
I am.
Well, yes. I'm sure you're going to make one little boy or a girl very happy and proud one day, Harry.
Unlike you.
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
If you know I'm from Jamrock, then how come you can't pronounce my last name right?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
No.
No, I'm really not. You are Harry. Don't be silly, Harry. Harry Dubois, that's a real man's name. A union man's. Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss, Harry. I, however, wish to help you any way I can.
I know where this is going. You're going to feel like you got to do something for me first, and then I got to put your weird dick in my mouth that has gangrene on it.
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Everard's large
Bullshit!
hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you, Harry.
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow. This is really something.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance, I presume? Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt, a steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course,
What
all
a piece
joking
of shit.
aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And Jean, please take it easy with the race science. That's a yes to getting the body down, no to the race science. You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates. He's the big impressive one. You know, tattoos, muscles, ethnic looking. Can't miss him. Great guy. Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Uh-huh. Where's that weird racist? Do I need to run all the way back around? Or can I get there from here? No, not Kim. The thought. Oh, come on. It's like right there. Hey, you! Oh, yeah, that's right, because I can get through the doors now. No! At least the loading screens aren't long. You know, like in Fallout, when you accidentally go through a door and you're like, great, now I have to wait 10 minutes till the game can be played again. You've only played the first one. You mean like the first one? It's a rough game to play nowadays because like I'm like lazy, you know? And it's like you have to drag the mouse to click anything and I'm like, why the fuck can I not just bind hotkeys to just be like press enter to do the action? Like I don't want to have to like drag my mouse all around. I want to be able to play like, you know, without touching the mouse.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out.
Well, Skyrim is the
Materials
same
coming
way. You
into
go through the wrong
Revachol
door and
from
it
the
takes you forever
outside
to load.
world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmarar.
I'm sure all Bethesda games are.
And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out and the note itself is crumpled.
One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants,
Borscht master.
sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out and the note itself is crumpled. The drawer slides shut.
I like this room. This room's cool.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Why would I want to use the phone? Fuck it.
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vague. Sure, why not? Muscle memory is a tricky.
Okay, I see what you meant last time I played, that you only take skills from checks that you've already failed.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go. So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
The body you put there, you mean?
You're so noble, Measurehead.
This girl. So weird.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it down ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
What do you mean not taking it down ourselves? You're the one who missed.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race.
Okay, whatever. I don't want to listen
See
to your
that they
facial
stay
bullshit
here the
anymore.
whole time.
I'm going to take a nap. I was shooting the kid, not the body.
woman's gaze
I had a different
follows
job,
Measurehead
okay? Doesn't
as
matter
he
that I didn't
leaves.
hit. Okay?
So you guys
I bet you wish
are
I hit
like
that kid,
cops
don't
or
you, Kim?
something?
Do I have to talk to this person? I don't want to talk to this. Can I go back to talking to the race scientist?
Look at him. His craniometric perfection. Are you cops or what? Have you ever thought that maybe things should go to shit? I'm Katya, by the way.
I don't care.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
You fucking weird.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree.
The cat form shriek. I can't
Stand
unhear
down
it.
and congratulate yourself.
What?
You have sided with Ray's victory today.
No, I didn't.
And what you had to do was to become a union man from
Okay, goodbye. Fucking weirdo. I just came close to Measurehead. Shut up. Can't touch this button. Oh, the stairs, my old nemesis. I am the master. I'm the best. I'm the best.
The tear machine steps. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
I'm rich.
Yes?
That Kuno was like dead for a second.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy. Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
the RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
The fuck are they on about?
Listen, Jack.
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
I thought we decided to leave it to processing.
Shut up!
Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Shut up!
Okay, so you can sneak out of your...
I thought we decided to leave...
Okay, so you can sneak out of your room maybe, after he's gone to sleep.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back later.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is,
Kim,
at 18.9 kilometers,
have you been
the
asleep this
dormant
whole
shield
time? I have
volcano,
amnesia.
Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity. I mean when I need you to. Until then, I should handle physical contact, and you should take notes. That's right.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins.
That's you.
The corpse lies there, indifferent to your retrograde amnesia. The next box says,
KK57.
I already had a whole conversation with the dead man.
0803.0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi.
I know what it means. He's a racist.
57
He belongs to the
equals
clan.
Precinct 57, followed by his date, 0803, and time of arrival.
Next. NA. Next. NA. Roughly 50.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side. He nods.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mundi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Okay.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex?
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
We're still going with March 4th, 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
None, at least not after the initial examination. They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs
Don't
is
write it.
Babrodin.
No, don't write anything about the boots. We
Let's
didn't see any boots here, Kim.
See, it's happening.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire.
Omit the boots.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet. The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to the latex of the glove, like thread off a ragdoll's head. More hair sticks to the glove. Hair off the rain-soaked head of a dead man. There are bumps and dips on the skull below. An alien landscape. There, dead man. You were someone's child. It's all over now. The lieutenant watches you in silence.
That was some sick shit, Sekopa.
What are you saying now?
Lividity is consistent with
Was
hanging.
Was she
The head
saying
is
something
congested.
racist about you, Kim?
Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs, consistent with stones thrown. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
Shut up, weakling.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation. Ligature mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
No, I'm not appeasing Kuno.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
All right, let's go for it. Here we go. Good rolls today. We've passed like 1. Oh, look at you two. Are you both rocks? Are you both pretending to be rocks? Oh, I can barely tell that you're fluffy chinchillas. You look so unfluffy, like a stone.
You jam the cutters
Come
right
on.
under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. A really, really bad smell is coming from there now. And some kind of cracking sound. The lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as
Yeah, fuck him! Fuck that faggoty! Corpse fucking time!
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
he sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here. The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury. Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name? I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia? I did, Kobo. I did. Reminded me of when I was just a small boy, before this happened to my face and my body. You did me a kindness there. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be back here to get those boots
Hands
from
are
you.
clean. No sign of injury from struggling. I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too.
Well, what's going
really
on right now
contained
is I'm doing an
excitement to hear
autopsy
the
in
moral
front
of
of
this story.
2 weird little kids. One of them I tried to shoot earlier.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer. Good. Musculoskeletal.
The goodest of
Purge
cops.
fluid
That's
is
me.
coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
That's what I was thinking exactly.
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal
Of
system
course
is
I'm on
intact.
Kim's good side. He
Unremarkable.
also wants to kill homeless children.
Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
No scream, No sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Oh, I'm liking where this is going.
It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking. Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness.
Okay, I want to throw up inside the corpse.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary, NA. Ah, are you a hepatobiliary expert? Neither am I. That's it. Same for toxicology and serology, NA. Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there? Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if it was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with a hanging. Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
I'm going to keep the voila.
What's next on the list? Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer? Agreed. Next injury? Oh, so we inflicted them? Okay, so there's an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention it. Better not to muddy the waters. Be pedantic if you like, it doesn't matter. No one else is going to investigate this man's murder. And if they do, such details would only confuse them.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries. So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury.
Okay.
2 boxes.
I'm gonna blame it on Kamo over there. That's it. That's what we're gonna do.
Right. Next. Nothing. Just in case. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. He is deep in thought, eyes fixed on the bright red ring around the dead man's neck.
Why do you say that? Did you, I'm not so sure. I thought we could establish the cause of death here, officer. Now I think we should leave it empty. At least for the time being. If we don't like it, I can always amend this later, in my paperwork. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath. We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Whoa, what do you mean? Drive him?
For processing.
He's thinking, did I miss something? I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something. You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen. You pull down his breeches. Marbling is present around the crotch.
What's up?
The penis has shrunk, crawling halfway back inside him. There is nothing mysterious or noteworthy here.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something?
I just want to look at his dick again.
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast. It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only...
Fuck are you looking at, Beano, man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Shut up, you lad cunt.
Kuno looks like he gets around. Knows Martinez. And its fridges too, probably.
Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become...
Okay. I'm gonna make a new lobby and go live with that.
What's up? Moving, boys. Let's fucking go.
But what do I want to call it? What do I
Torture!
Oh, there's something I wanted to tell you. Oh, crazy story.
Wow.
Behind a prison in Mississippi,
Uh-huh.
they say there's 200 bodies there, but there's 600 grave markers. They've been putting like pretty much all the black people who die in police custody. They've been having the prisoners dig these shallow graves out back and hiding the bodies back there, and then
Not reporting
telling
them?
families. Yep.
Awesome. Epic. That's... Oh my god. That is insane. But pretty much what I'd expect from Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow. That's something else. God, fucking hope it's not Hassan. I'm just over it. Anything but. Like, I literally will skip everything he says.
I have to just figure out how to spell Kyle Kalinski's name.
I think it's a Kulinski. Cole. Yeah, no shit. Fucking Mississippi moment and a half. Oh, that's insane. Insane to the membrane.
Oh, poor chinchilla.
Any progress on the Supreme Court and Trump?
Not that I've heard of. The Supreme Court is about to hear this big case involving homelessness.
Oh.
I don't remember all the details, but it's something like if a homeless person has like a pillow and blanket because there's no shelters open, it's like not going to be against the law anymore, is what the case is, or something like that.
Interesting. So a sleeping bag and a pillow.
Yeah, there's something like that.
Okay.
Or it's to make it illegal. It's one or the other. I just know that it's like supposed to be like the biggest
homeless rights.
Yeah, big homeless rights thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
I just created the new lobby and I'm going to go live with that. So
Okay. See you there, fellas.